Good morning. The sun is just coming up. The birds are in full song. And you can hear the busy area that we live next to. And I've got my clippies. I'm gonna go do some more training in the garden this morning. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it." My tomatoes are looking pretty good. My zucchini and summer squash are mostly looking good. This one keeps falling. I might need to give him a second clippy. You know how 2 points on a line define the line, and 1 point, just any line can go through it? Maybe we need 2 points on this line to keep him standing up. Oh, and we lost the flower. Come on, there we go. Maybe this will keep him standing up at least. But the rest of my zucchini and summer squash are standing up pretty well. This guy isn't clipped to anything. He's doing great. Let's come take a look at my three sisters from underneath. So we've got the corn. I love how the corn just stands up so tall. It's so interesting to me. And we've got our squash and our pumpkins starting to vine around and keep the ground covered. And over here, we have a few weeds that need to come out, but not too many. I'm really happy with that. Can you imagine walking around underneath these things? It would be so fun. I would love to be little like this and walk through the garden and look up at it like a forest. Maybe that's why I've wanted the trellis for so long. All right, let's walk carefully through here so I don't step on any corn. So I really want to take a look underneath this guy. Here we go. Oh, there's corn. Look at that. Look how tall they stand. And we've got some flowers. So here's hoping that we'll start getting some pumpkins. There is a little bit of weeding here. I'll need to take care of that today. How cool. How neat would it be to walk through here? And then beans count as three sisters. These are my chickpeas. I have never grown chickpeas before. I took them from my pantry and planted them on a whim because I had this long bare patch and I didn't know what to do with it. And what do you know? They sprouted. They look so beautiful, almost like ferns. What's funny is I love ferns, but I don't love caring for ferns in a garden. They spread too quickly. And over here are my lentils from my pantry. Look how neat that is and how tall they stand. And let's come over here to these pinto beans. This was another, just something from the pantry, something to experiment with. It's like a forest. Isn't that so cool? And the marigolds are really bushing out too. They're filling out and starting to bloom pretty well. All right, let's get these clippies. Let's get to work. I'll throw the clippies right here in the middle. First of all, sorry. This is my distracted brain just wanting to love every single part of the garden. Look at how full these cucamelons are. There are so many of them. And they climb up and up and up. Wow, look at that. And that pumpkin is climbing really quickly too. I think just last week it was only at this third one, and now it's surpassing the fifth. That's a lot of growth in just a week. I've clipped him once since I showed you, but here, right here. I clipped him once since I showed you, but we're gonna have to clip him again up here to keep him trained in the way he should go. So we've got our clippy, and oh, it's hard to do this with my left hand. I'm not left-handed. There we go. There we go. Trained. If only it were so easy to train our children, right? Just put on a little clippy and he's trained. If only it were that easy for the Lord to train us. Honestly, though, it kind of is. He gives us commandments, and if we keep them, we are trained up in the way we should go. All right. Yep, we need another clippy here too. Come here. Well, are you as frustrated as I am? You're just sitting and watching helplessly. I'm at least trying. I'm so frustrated. There we go. All right. Although, imagine for a moment, will you? Look at how much growth there's been already. Imagine how frustrating it would be to clip those things now if I'd not done anything when I first started. Each of these clips makes a difference. Let's look at just this one pumpkin. And so we've got this level right here. And we've got this one right here. And we follow it up. And there's that one. And there's that one. So it's taken 4 different clips to get it where it is. But it's looking good. How about my Romas over here? They're looking pretty good. I wonder if I maybe need to start pruning the bottoms to get them to grow a little more. Maybe in a few more days. Maybe not yet. And more cucamelons. Love, love, love these cucamelons. Oh, you got away from me. Come here. Oh, let's see. Sorry, I'm going to break that hold. And I'm going to, no, you're going to do this. You're going to come back over this way. And you're going to be friends with these guys. Because my Romas need to climb up right here. And you need to stay right here. Stay in your lane. You guys too. Oh my goodness. I know it's crowded over there. I know there's so many of you cucamelons and it's getting crowded. But you can do it. You should stay together. Stay with your friends, at least for now. There we go. And I've got my little surprise tomato and my cucamelons. We'll go with it. This cucamelon's going too far the other way. And this guy is too. They're so little. They just sneak around and you don't notice. Not at first. Not until they really go too far. There we go. All right. Ooh, we're ready for a couple more clippies here for these Romas. So got to get 2. Yep. 2 clippies for here. Oh, we've got to get a clippy for that guy in the middle. I didn't notice that earlier. Okay, so that's 3. Oh. I want to know how I can best help you guys. It just seems like you don't like it over here. And I don't know what to do. I feel so helpless. I want to help you, but I don't know what you want or what you need. Everything over here is still clipped where it was last week. It's growing, but not a ton. Not a super ton. All right. 3 clippies. 1, 2, 3. I hope I'm not making you motion sick, carrying you all over like this. Now, where are we? This one right here. Oops. There. That one was a lot easier. All right. And then 2 clippies over here for these little ones. There. Oh. Maybe I do need to do some pruning. Can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, it doesn't want to clip. Pause. And voila! They're clipped. The magic of video. I could maybe even clip that guy. We'll see. I might come back and do that. It's kind of incredible what these little clippies will do as far as training. Oh, I don't think I told you about the training I did in here. Let me walk carefully again. I've taken some old little ground staples that I can't use in the weed barrier, and I'm using them to sort of train these vines around, at least at first, so that we get a good spread on the ground, a good even spread, and no one's crowding each other out or running into each other just yet. Here's another one. Here's another clippy ground staple. Here's a corn growing right up through it. And that is not corn. That is just grass. Get out of here. Okay, no weeding yet. I'll really make you dizzy and motion sick then. Let's see. I've clipped this guy. I've clipped this butternut. One of the clips was I just did this. I took this branch that was sort of a Y shape. And that must be the only clip that I did on the butternut. Here's another one. This guy was already growing into the trellis. And I said, nope, you don't need to go into the trellis. You've got all of this room over this way where you can spread out and cover the ground for me. That is the way you should go. So, how does the Lord train us up? How does the Lord train you up? How does He invite you to remember Him, to remember His majesty, to remember His ways? His ways are so much greater than ours. How does He invite you to do that? I talked a little bit about that on Saturday. Yes, on Saturday. After my women's retreat. The morning after. How does He invite you to remember Him? Sometimes it's in times of growth like this. You're growing quickly, and you might be starting to go your own way. And He says, come back here. And He doesn't do that to keep you from growing. And He doesn't do it to change who you are. Let's go back over to my pumpkins here. This sugar pie. Hey, sugar pie. From the ground all the way up. She's still a sugar pie. She hasn't changed. What has changed is that she has submitted to the clippies. She's growing up the trellis, And in this way, she can still get all the sunlight she needs and spread out all she wants. But it allows me to walk through the garden and tend to her all at the same time. If she were sprawling all over the ground, well, that's fine, but I can't get in and tend to her. And I've already got the ground covered, so we don't even need to worry about that. Mother Earth likes to stay covered with beautiful things. And our Heavenly Father has given her so many things to stay clothed with. Beautiful things, practical, useful things, so many things. Our Heavenly Father wants to clothe you with beautiful things too. What is real beauty? Beauty comes from inside. A woman in love is so beautiful all on her own, right? Because it just beams from inside of her. In the same way, when you are in love with God, you're so radiant and beautiful because His light beams out to the world from inside of you. So, ask the Lord how He needs to train you up today. Ask Him. Sorry, I should have walked backwards for you. Ask Him what you need to remember today so that you can be trained up in the way you should go. We are all inexperienced. We're all like little children, no matter our age. We cannot bear all things now. We can't handle everything. Eventually, maybe we will. But right now, ain't no way. But we are told to be of good cheer. He will lead us along. He's already prepared everything for us. We will inherit all things if we are faithful. That if is dependent on us, not on Him. As far as God is concerned, it's already ours. It's already prepared and set aside for us. It's got your name on it. You just have to grow into it. So ask the Lord what He needs you to do so that He can continue to train you up in the way you should grow. And remember, don't play the comparison game. No one's going to win. Everyone grows at their own pace. And honestly, if my garden had gotten in a month earlier, we'd probably be looking up here. But we're not. And that's okay. My garden got in when it got in. And it's growing beautifully. And it will hopefully continue to do so. I mentioned in my Friday video that I was waiting for BT to come. I received it, and I sprayed it on all my squash and pumpkins, and they look so much better. They're so vibrantly green now. They were getting yellow and speckly and dappley, like there was a squash vine borer eating up all the nutrients from inside. Protect yourself and those in your stewardship like a lioness. It's okay. It's okay to fight battles. You don't need to worry about fighting your battles. If the Lord is on your side, if you're on the Lord's side, then you've already won. But any pests or disease that are in your life, it's okay to fight them viciously. You can be strong. Through Christ, I can do all things because of the strength that He gives me. Anything that might be eating you up from the inside, like a squash vine borer, cast it out, kill it, tell it that it has no place in your life. And tell it, whatever this destructive thing is, tell it that you're casting it out with the power of Jesus Christ. And you'll have already won. Love you so much. Until next time.